Hi guys, Brand here, and welcome to a different kind of video today. Some of you guys were asking me recently on my recent videos if I had seen the new changes coming to Survivor Solo Queue on DBD's Twitter and how I felt about them, and I got quite a few questions about this. So instead of just, answering in those individual little areas, I decided to make a whole video about it. That way you have my thoughts in a quick, concise little area for you so you can see how I feel about it. So the first thing that I want to point out is if you don't know what's going on here, you don't see something different, is the buff to Solo Queue happening is that there are going to be little icons that are happening to the left on your characters. So typically you'll see the names of your fellow teammates, but now right next to your hook counter on the left, there'll be a little circle that will show what your character's actively doing. For example, Vittorio is actively doing a totem right now, and you see on his portrait up at the top left-hand corner, might have to zoom in a little bit, but you actually see a little totem icon right next to his character portrait. One of the problems that often happens with solo queue is you're not aware of what your teammates are doing. Are they on a gen? Are they on a chest? Are they on a totem? And this leads to a lot of miscommunication on getting gens done, getting saves coordinated, all this wonderful stuff. And yes, you can run stuff like Bond, Kindred, and stuff like that to try and help with that. But by and large, you still have a lot of issues in solo queue because you just simply don't have the info on what your other teammates are doing. Now, this is going to help a lot because now you can actively see when they're occupied with something that, oh, hey, I know you're dealing with this. I know you're busy on a gen. I should probably go for that save. Oh, I know you're actively doing the totem, especially if it's like a hex totem. That's more important. I will go for the save. And this is something that will help make solo queue a little less painful. One of the things I have seen with this that I find unfortunately really disappointing is that a lot of killer mains are kind of outraging about this. They're kind of baby raging about it. They're really, really upset. They're upset that they're buffing Survivor, which is, known to be the stronger role in the game. And I think this is just a huge misunderstanding and kind of shows that a lot of people don't really understand how the game actually works. So yeah, Survivor is the stronger role, but Survivor is the stronger role specifically in the realm of Swifts. I would say even trios, even just like 3 people stacked up on comms, that is the stronger roles in the game. I think even a bad duo and solo queue are below even some of the worst killers in the game. Not having the ability to communicate, especially against a very pump-stomping kind of killers like Pinhead, can create a lot of misery for survivors, and it does put them in terms of a tier list below the killer role, especially after the 6.1 changes where killer got a lot of helpful changes, just like the base kit to their kicking speed, to the cooldown after hitting somebody, stuff like that. Just wonderful stuff like that really bumped up the killer role a little bit, and I think that's what kind of propels them to be slightly better above bad duos. Even if there's a little bit of comms going on, even that's not gonna really cut it anymore, since they have a lot more better base kit changes, which they did need. I will say that with my whole chest, they did need that. The pre-drop meta, even though it's still good, what used to be way stronger, and the built-in Stabiffle, the built-in Brutal, helped kind of curb that a little bit. It's still possible, it's still frustrating when it happens, but it did curb a lot of that annoying gameplay. But solo queue has been left in a pretty perilous place for a long time, and it's always kind of needed something to make it not as insufferable to deal with by yourself. And I think this is the reason they actually went in and did try to raise the kill rates, because you said that was a big thing. That was a big thing Behavior kept emphasizing on over and over and over again. It's like, we're trying to raise the kill rates. We're trying to raise the kill rates. Hey guys, our kill rates actually went up. Kill rates actually where we want it to be. They keep using that word, kill rate, kill rate, kill rate. The reason that they're focusing on that so much is because this was coming. Why else would you raise the kill rate and make the roll even stronger if you weren't planning to make the roll below it also slightly stronger as well? Because if killer's the kind of like the second or third position, you're going to make the bottom position stronger too. You're going to make the weakest form also stronger so they can also deal with things as well. Because that's the whole point of good balance. Said this in perk videos before as well, is the point of good balance is to have things generally A or B tier. You don't want something in super S tier. You don't want things in low down in D or F tier. You don't want that disparity between anything really, perks, powers, rolls, whatever. But there was definitely a huge disparity between the roles, with killer and solo queue being really low, and then Swift on comms being way up here. Now they brought killer up a little bit, which is a big help. So now they got to help who is still at the bottom, which is still solo queue, and bring them a little bit up so these things are closer together, more towards that A or B strength tier. And if you didn't see this coming somehow, I see a lot of killer mains are outraged by this and legitimately didn't see this coming. I don't know how. It's just how good balancing works. You want things to be in that general middling area, and if you just kind of buff killer and leave solo queue down here, that just leaves a majority of the people in this game play solo queue. I think that's a thing a lot of people forget. A lot of people, even if they play with friends, sometimes their friends go to bed, or sometimes their friends have different schedules and they only play like once a week, once a month. Like, most people play solo queue, and most people play Survivor because it's the more common and casual role. It doesn't require as much intense thought as Killer. So most people are playing solo queue by themselves. That is the most populous role. So having that, like bringing Killer up to here and then leaving solo queue down here, quite literally makes 0 sense. It makes no sense to do that. So this was inevitably what was coming. So you shouldn't be shocked by this if you are. And I do think this is generally going to be healthier for the game. Is this going to fix as many issues as people think it does? Probably not. You can't make a bad player good in Dead by Daylight. You can give him a little bit more info to kind of like help with like the miscommunication aspect of things, but you can't make a bad player good. This doesn't help you chase better. This doesn't even help you stop 3 gens. Like there's a lot of really crucial stuff in the game that you need to be good at that this does not help. This just kind of helps coordinate saves better and, you know, kind of with the gen progress, but like it's going to help. It is going to help in those aspects, and that is a very, very welcome change, and it really helps solo queue, but it's not going to change as much as you think, and it's not going to change the bedrock of DBD like a lot of killer mains are making it out to be. So yeah, that's what I think about the changes to solo queue that are coming with the icons being added to what's happening, what you're actively doing on the left side. Do you guys like it? Do you guys hate it? Let me know down in the comments below, but that's going to be it for today's video, friends. Thank you so much for watching, but I do upload daily, so I will see you tomorrow. But if I don't, I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.